What's up, everyone? This is Smooth J Gaming, and I'm back with another episode of our NBA 2K23 My Era, the all-time greats league. We got free agency coming up after an insane season in which the Utah Jazz, led by Chris Paul and Jokic, somehow won the NBA championship amongst all of these legends. Free agency, we got Tim Duncan, LeBron, Moses Malone, Jerry West, and some other amazing players as well. I'm going to show you where some of these guys ended up. Looks like the big winners of free agency were the Portland Trail Blazers. They got LeBron and Penny Hardaway to add to their already strong roster. Seems almost a little bit unfair. LeBron shipping teams once again. Halfway through our second season, let's see what teams and what players are dominating in this all-time greats league. The Chicago Bulls, led by Wilt Chamberlain, are the number one seed in the Eastern Conference so far. Tim Hardaway, Josh Smith, Wilt Chamberlain. That's one of the teams that doesn't have the most depth, but you got Wilt. Philadelphia's in second. Russell Westbrook, another team that doesn't look like it has the best roster. The Bucks are in third. They got Steph. Magic are in fourth. The Miami Heat with Michael Jordan doing a little bit better than last year, but still not near the top. The Knicks were the best team last year. They're in sixth. And the worst team is the Boston Celtics in the East. In terms of the West, surprise, surprise, Portland is dominating. Look at that starting five. That's going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs. Insanely talented team. When Brad Beal is the worst player in your starting five, you got a pretty crazy starting five. And I also love how Paul Pierce and LeBron are on the same team. They're probably scrapping in the locker room just about every day. The Spurs are up there as well. They got KG as their main guy. They got a really scrappy team. Oklahoma, Gary Payton, Vince Carter, Giannis, Harden, DeAndre Jordan, another awesome team. They're in third. The Suns are in fourth. They got Gilbert Arenas as their main point guard. Memphis got Larry Bird and Joel Embiid in sixth. The Utah Jazz, the winners last year, are in seventh in the conference so far. And the Rockets are stealing that 8th seed right now with John Stockton leading the way. The worst team is the New Orleans Pelicans, and the Lakers without LeBron are having a tough time as well. They still got Ray Allen and Yao Ming, but that roster without LeBron is not as strong as it was last year for sure. There's the Pelicans roster. Devin Booker and David Robinson are leading the way there. And just to see Boston's roster, Luka, Melo, and Dirk, that's pretty shocking that they're not doing better than they are. And the Nets, I can understand them not being so great. There's the Hornets. Looking over to the league leaders, we got Rick Barry leading the league in points, followed by Wade, and there's Jordan in the top three finally this year. David Thompson, Kareem. Looks like the centers aren't dominating as much as they were last year. We got some wing players in the top now. Jason Tatum, Giannis, Bob Pettit, Elgin Baylor rounding out the top 10. We got Kevin Durant in the mix this year. Ray Allen stepping up without having LeBron sharing the load with. We got Patrick Ewing, Dr. J, Vince, Oscar Robertson, Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook is in the top 20, and then Amari Stoudemire. In terms of rebounds, we got Shaq leading the way, having a dominant season for the Cavs. Tim Duncan left to the Warriors with Durant. Dwight, our guy, is in third. We got McAdoo and Chamberlain. A lot of the usual suspects from last year leading the league in rebounds again. These big men are incredible players. It's not surprising that they're dominating year in and year out. And in terms of assists, we got a new leader in Tony Parker. Chris Paul's having a great season coming off his shocking finals MVP. We got Magic. Dwayne Wade is still dishing out assists on his team. Tim Hardaway, dangerous crossover. Westbrook's up there. Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Gary Payton. In terms of steals, Chris Paul's leading the way. John Stockton. The way Michael Jordan's up there for steals as well. Rondo is throwing his name into the mix as well. And there's Wade rounding out the top 9. Iverson snuck in there at number 10. Hakeem is leading the league in blocks with Dwight in second. Shaq is killing it this year, leading the league in rebounds and up there in blocks, as well as averaging about 20 points. Anthony Davis, Mutombo, probably the most prolific shot blocker out of that whole list. That's a pretty crazy list, though. It's hard to pick a number 1 there. In terms of efficiency, Rick Barry is the guy this year. Dwayne's in second. Wilt is in third. Anyone over 30 is having an amazing season, and we got 6 there. Bob Pettit's having a great season as well, and the league-leading reigning MVP, Kareem, is up there as well. In terms of game score, this is Rick Barry's season, guys. We'll see if he hangs on to win the MVP, but so far it's got to be between him and Shaq. Maybe Oscar Robertson is in the mix too. Going up to the All-Star game, we got Team Tim Duncan versus Team Oscar Robertson. You can take a look. 2 stacked All-Star teams. Michael Jordan not making the All-Star game for the 2nd year in a row. Pretty stacked on both sides. The 3-point contest is stacked once again this year. Let's see our contestants. We got to have Ray Allen, the reigning winner. Steph, Oscar Robertson. We got Peja Stojakovic joining this year. Can't wait to see who wins this. This is a prolific group right here. Chauncey Billups is there as well. Mr. Big Shot.
Does that sum it up?
And there's your winner, Steph Curry. No surprise there. Widely known as the best 3-point shooter of all time. It's only right that he gets to take his crown as the winner of the 3-point contest. He got 25 points in the final round, was catching fire throughout. Easy win for him this year. We'll see what happens next year with the 3-point contest. Next, we're going to take a look at the dunk contest. This year, we don't have Zion on our team, unfortunately, but we do have a great list here. Ant Edwards, Jalen Green, and the winner is Jalen Green this year from the Utah Jazz. He's got a ring from last year, and now he's the dunk champion of this incredible league. I want to see Jordan and LeBron in this dunk contest, but I don't think that we'll end up seeing it. Now to the end of the year, the MVP is Oscar Robertson, 21.5 points, 7.4 rebounds, 9.5 assists, and he's damn close to getting that 50, 90, 40 club that's so elusive. 6th man of the year is Bill Walton. Looks like he had a great season as well, super efficient. Scottie Pippen, haven't seen that name in this league yet. Defensive player of the year. Not the best stats, but he must have been locking people down. LaMelo Ball gets most improved from our Raptors. Very nice. Wayne Casey, former Raptors coach, coach of the year. First team All-NBA. Oscar Robertson, Dwayne Wade, Elgin Baylor. Rick Barry had an incredible season, and Shaq as well. That's a crazy first team All-NBA. Second team, we got Magic, Russell Westbrook, Tim Duncan, Kevin Durant, and Bob McAdoo. Another great list. It's going to be a crapshoot every year of who's getting on these All-NBA teams. There's so many good players. Third team, we got Finals MVP, Chris Paul, Tony Parker, Giannis, Bob Pettit, and Wilt. All defense first team. We got Michael Jordan on there with his teammate Scottie Pippen, and 2 famous defenders in Tim Duncan and Shaq. Second team, we got Wade, David Thompson, LeBron, John Havlicek, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Let's start checking out these great teams, see who led the league. The first seed in the East is led by Oscar Robertson, the Pistons. Second seed, Wilt Chamberlain and the Chicago Bulls. They got Tim Hardaway too. It's not just a one-person team. Philly, led by Russell Westbrook and Bill Russell, getting that 3rd spot. The Wizards, they made the finals last year with Hakeem Olajuwon, Jerry West, Baron Davis. The Bucks are in the 5th seed. That's sharpshooter Steph Curry's team. Pacers, led by Rick Barry, absolutely going crazy this year. Probably was second in MVP voting, I would assume. The Knicks, the #1 team last year, led by Kareem and Allen Iverson. They got Tony Parker as well. They're squeaking into the playoffs. The Magic with Magic Johnson are in. The Hawks roster, they're into the playoffs as well. And Michael Jordan's Miami Heat are squeaking into the play-in. We'll see if they make any noise this year in the playoffs. On the west side, Seattle Supersonics have the 1 seed. Dr. J is leading them with Chauncey Billups and Alonzo Mourning. The Nuggets, led by Bob Cousy, Tracy McGrady, and Scottie Pippen. The Trailblazers with LeBron, Penny Hardaway, Paul Pierce, Bob McAdoo, and even Dame. Crazy team. They're the 3rd seed. They're going to be a team to look out for. The Spurs, led by KG, George Gervin. OKC's got Gary Payton, Vince Carter, James Worthy, Giannis, DeAndre, another stacked team. Looks like the West Coast has a lot of the dangerous teams in this league. There's the Suns. They're going to be into the playoffs as well. They got Karl Malone, Dominique, DeMar, Gilbert Arenas. The Grizz with Larry Bird, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Amari Stoudemire. The Warriors, they got Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, and Tim Duncan. They got a pretty modern team there. The Jazz are just squeaking into the play-in after winning the finals last year. That lets you know how competitive this league is. It's going to be so hard to repeat. And the last team is the Rockets with the 10 seed. The Mavs seem to be the worst team in the West. They're led by Isaiah Thomas. The Celtics have the worst record in the entire NBA there. Let's see their roster. Carmelo, Dirk, Luka, Dennis Johnson. Can't believe that they're so bad. That's a great roster. The Nets are led by John Havlicek. I can see why they're not near the top. And the Cavs have Shaq leading them, but they have very little depth compared to some of the other teams. All right, let's see how these play-in games go. Magic are in. The Hawks are in. That actually looked like a glitch in the game. It has the Knicks moving on, but it says that the Magic won. Same thing with that one. The Warriors are out. And the Jazz squeak into that 8th seed. They have a chance to repeat. Michael Jordan's Miami Heat are done for. And now we got our final 8 in each conference. Let's see how these first rounds go. We got Chicago and Indiana moving on, Detroit and Milwaukee. And on the other side, we got Portland, of course, with a sweep, and Denver and Seattle and San Antonio. Portland is going to be tough. They just swept a good team in the Phoenix Suns. All right, let's see who wins the semifinal of the East and the West. Portland wins 4-2. Seattle wins 4-1. Your Western Conference final is going to be awesome. Seattle versus Portland. And the #1 seed Detroit, after squeaking by Atlanta, steamrolls Steph in Milwaukee. Pacers crush the Bulls. And Portland washes Seattle. LeBron is the Western Conference Finals MVP with no stats. Rick Barry is the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Who knows what their stats were? It's a big mystery, I guess. The finals are set. Pacers versus Trailblazers. And the winners of Season 2 are the Portland Trailblazers. LeBron gets a ring before Jordan, before Wilt, before Kareem, before Bird, before Magic. Crazy. The 2 champions so far have been the Utah Jazz and the Portland Trailblazers. Can't say this one was a surprise. LeBron had to leave the team that drafted him to win his first championship. This game really is pretty accurate to real life. The Portland Trailblazers won the series 4-1. Truly dominant playoff run considering all the great teams and players that they had to get through to get to this point. They were barely tested. The closest series was a 4-2 win for them. Dame gets his first title. Paul
And now
George
we
gets his
send it
first
to Adam
title.
Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, for the trophy presentation.
Has emerged victorious. The NBA champion. Congratulations to the whole organization and, of course, this incredible team. This Larry O'Brien trophy, and I believe this suitcase are yours. You're Bill Russell, Finals MVP.
And what a season it was. The Portland Trail Blazers are your NBA champions. What a roster, too. Incredible talent on this team. We pegged them from the start of the year after picking up LeBron and Penny in free agency to add to an already good team, but we never would have guessed that they would run through the NBA all-time greats league with such ease. 4-1 finals win. Let's see who the finals MVP was. It showed Bob McAdoo getting the trophy, but in past NBA 2Ks, whoever you see getting it is not always who gets it for real. And this time is the same thing. LeBron James, finals MVP, finals champion. Can't call him a choke artist in this league. He's one of the first top players to get the trophy. Him and Chris Paul, players that are known as not the greatest winners of all time, are the greatest winners so far in this league. Let me know in the comments if you're surprised that LeBron got a ring and a finals MVP before Michael Jordan did. I know I'm surprised by that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed watching Season 2, and we're going to come back for Season 3. Can the Portland Trail Blazers repeat as champions, or will there be a new champion crowned?